Hey everybody, it's Tarek Hextall, pen name TH Morris, author of the 11% series. And what I want to talk to you about right now is that it's never too late. Never. When I was growing up, I heard a lot of people say there's no point in doing what I want to do now. This might have worked out a whole lot better when I was 20, or it might have worked out better when I was 18, or might have worked out better before I had kids, or this, that, or the third. The list goes on and on. But the recurring theme is it's too late to do something. I respectfully disagree. Sometimes people make the argument that our childhoods and our teen years are the best years of our lives. Once again, I respectfully disagree. Think of the things that go on during childhood and during adolescence. Scraping your knees, falling off of a bicycle, acne, chicken pox, cliques, identity crises, learning about your body processes, learning about how you fit in with the world and those kinds of things, or don't fit in. It just depends. Those things happen when we're younger. And if you want my personal opinion, I don't view that as the best years of our lives. I believe that the best times of our lives are when we're older, when we're mentally matured, when we're emotionally matured, when we've had time to learn the world, for lack of a better term. We've learned the right people that we can actually have a healthy support system with. We've learned the wrong people, the people that we needed to prune, that needed to go somewhere. We've learned those things, and that takes time. And I think when we're in that right mental state, that is the perfect time to do what we need to do or be who we need to be. There are some people that come to these realizations long after their childhoods are over. And that is 100% okay. Because it's never, ever too late. Think about this. Say somebody told you that on your path to success, there was a blockade of some kind. We can call it stones, we can call it rocks, we can call it cinders, we can call it anything. You find this when you're like 15 or 16 or something. They say the only thing that's in your path is this blockade. Catch is, you have to move it yourself. There is no possible way you're strong enough to move it right now. You go and try to do it, it doesn't budge. So, you go exercise, you get stronger, your muscles build, your mentality builds, all these kinds of things, and you go sometime later and you lift, you might get it an inch off the ground, if that. So you go get stronger, learn some more things, become more intelligent, become more well-versed in things. You come back, you get it a couple feet off the ground. Progress is already happening. Once upon a time, you couldn't even budget. Once upon a time, you couldn't get it 5 feet off the ground. You could only do an inch. So you go and learn more. You go and get stronger. You go get more fortified, reinforced. And then you come back, you pick up that sucker, and you haul it out of your way. That took time. It took time. You did not move those barriers. You did not move those blockades until time passed and you built strength. Sometimes this isn't even physical strength. It's mental strength. It's spiritual strength. Spirituality plays a part in a lot of people's lives. Sometimes it's a spiritual thing. Sometimes it is a physical thing. You never know, but these things take time. So many people are preoccupied with how much time they've lost, how much time they've wasted. I don't think this is the right way to be. No, not at all. Because some people need to come right back down to square one, come right back down to center before they can do anything. The reason why I say that is because people, certain people anyway, spend their entire lifetimes being someone that they're not. And through epiphany or through realization or through the right person telling them or being called out on crap, whatever the case might be, people learn that they're not on the right path. But they have to learn this. Reason being, so many people have spent so many years playing themselves that they don't know what it means to be themselves. And that takes time. It takes experience. It takes patience. It takes learning lessons. Sometimes your ship was never meant to come in when you were a kid. It was never meant to come in when you were a young adult, because there was probably something that you would not be able to handle at that age. There was something that would just hit you sideways and you would be so blindsided you wouldn't know what to do. Not without years of experience, not without going through some things, not without growing that mental fortitude that you needed, so that when your ship came in, you're just like, you know what? I'm ready for the next challenge. I've been through this stuff. I understand what I need to do. I understand where I need to be. I understand the position I need to be in for this to work. And for the things that I don't understand, I'm never going to understand them so long as I stay here at square one. That only comes with time. That only comes with experience. That only comes with learning who you are after learning who you are not. And you can't do that when you are young and still learning. Am I saying that you can't make mental breakthroughs and great things happen when you are young? Of course not. I am simply saying that there are many people, and I mean legions of people, who believe that it is too late for them. They're just ready to see other people grow, ready to see other people advance because it's too late for them. It's not too late. It has never, ever been too late. You are exactly where you need to be. You're exactly the right age. You're exactly the right mentality. You're exactly the right experience level for the things you want to happen right now. And you know what? Maybe it's just a starting point. Maybe it's a springboard. Maybe you have just a little bit more time before things come together in the way that they exactly, absolutely need to be. But guess what? No time like the present. You start now because it was never too late in the first place. You need to break away from the whole thing about time. A lot of people will say time is relative. A lot of people will say time holds no bearing. A lot of people say time has nothing to do with anything because a lot of the time that you were spending, you wouldn't have known what to do with it anyway. That's another thing. Time management, you learn it. It takes time. And it's never too late. Never. I wanted to say this because there are so many people. Some of you might even be watching it right now. You feel like you've reached an age where you just can't do it anymore. You feel like you've wasted so much time that there's no point in even trying. You feel like if you had expended the amount of energy then that you do now, things would be so much better. If you don't hear anything else that I say, hear this. If it's in your heart right now, it's meant to be now. If there was something that you've been thinking about doing for 10, 15, 20 years, whatever, you can still do it. You're still meant to do it. Why? Because it never left you. And if the passion did leave you, I promise you, it can be reinvigorated. Like I said in my last video, you're meant to be here. Your gifts are needed in this world. And nobody ever said those gifts would happen when you were young. We have a lot of living to do. There's a particular reason why most of the characters in my books are aged past adolescence. Because I feel like there's a lot of living and a lot of lesson learning that happens even after 18. As human beings, we're still living even after we come of age. Some people like to make it seem you turn 18 and then all of a sudden you know everything. That is the furthest thing from the truth that there is in existence. I believe that coming of age provides the framework, but actual experience is what gives you the strength. Actual experience and actual passage of time is what gives you the strength, what gives you the resolve, what gives you that inner thing, that strong part of you that lets you know I am resilient. Once upon a time, I did not have this strength. Once upon a time, I did not have this resilience. Once upon a time, I did not have this patience. But I have it now. I'm fearless. I'll take the risk. I can do whatever it is I want to do. I'll take this time to be whoever I want to be. Time has passed and I may have wasted time, but I'm on it now. I'm on the ball now. That's how it is. It's never, ever too late for you to do whatever you want to do. Like I said before, so many people have spent so many years playing characters that they don't even know who they really are. And my advice to them is be who you truly are. It's never too late, and there's never a time such as the present. This is directed to the people who feel like it's too late. This is directed at the people who were excited and had the drive at one time. But then life made some deviations, life threw some curves, life threw some hurdles, and that's going to happen. And they just feel like there's no point now. There is a point. There is a point. Your dream is still relevant. Your existence still matters. And it's never too late. It's time to do it. It's time to be it. It's time to live it. Whatever you feel it is too late to do, I am here to say, nope, it isn't. Not by a long shot. As long as you're living and as long as you're learning, you've got time. And as long as you've got time, it's never too late. Never, ever too late. I'm going to finish this with a quote. I don't know exactly who said it, but it doesn't even matter. The quote struck me and hopefully it'll strike you. Great it is to dream a dream as we stand in youth by the starry stream. But a greater thing is to fight life through and say at the end, the dream is true.